You know what? This might be ill-advised because it is late and it's very close to my bedtime, but I want to keep going. I want to keep watching, so here we go. It's the same day that I watched season 1, episode 1, and I really should go to bed, but you know what? Season 1, episode 2, baby. Let's do this. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Alright, here he is. Here's our mad scientist. What's he look like? Ah, they're hiding his face. What does that mean? I'm sorry. I was promised a cute, nerdy, malnourished little mad scientist. Who is this jock? Forgot how sad and intense Jace's backstory was. This is really cool. We don't see anybody using magic like this in like the rest of the show. And he just teleports them himself. He doesn't even need the like gate machine to do it. Yeah, feels like he has the world in his hands, and also kind of look like a hex gem too. Moth. Or I guess a butterfly, maybe. Oh, he made it! He didn't teleport them to a different place, he like changed the season. How? Because of the hex gems? Magic? Magic. Now that's a mad scientist. Oh my gosh! I can't believe they didn't know each other at first. I thought the first time that Viktor was introduced was I'll point out the scene when we get there, but it's like a very distinct scene of them like in a dark hallway and stuff. And I thought they were introduced as friends and like partners and experimenting right away. I didn't remember that they didn't know each other. This is so weird. He still has it. Cute little hammerdinger.
No great science should ever put lives in danger.
Which also is like a summary of the whole show. Oh, past Kaylee. You don't even know the half of it.
Magic?
Yes.
No.
The arcane is dangerous, Jace.
Yeah, so I've often thought about how their magical things aren't called arcane, they're called like hex tech and stuff like that, and how the show is called Arcane, but I guess maybe what he just said is why the show is called Arcane, is because the whole show is kind of proving what he just said in 1,000 different ways. Oh, past Kaylee. You don't even know the half of it.
Old are you, my boy?
I'm 24.
Ah. Well, I am now 300.
He's younger than me. That is... I don't like that. That's not okay. I'm so used to being the youngest person in the room, as it were. So many characters throughout my life have not been my age. It's wild to get to the age where there are starting to be characters who are like main characters who are younger than me, and it makes me uncomfortable. Also hilarious that I had that on Heimerdinger saying he was 307 years old, almost seeming like I was saying I'm older than Heimerdinger. I meant Jace.
Some are better left unsolved. Own your mistakes before the council.
Well, that's one thing you can never say to a true mad scientist. That a mystery is better left unsolved.
Got nothing.
Wouldn't be too sure. That was quite the scream.
You hide those crystals.
Don't say that so loud.
We should hit them back.
So that was quite the tradition, going from the rich calmness, the thing, to slamming the table and yelling in the underground. Why does Jace look like a lost puppy there?
He will be a great contributor to our society.
He destroyed a building. Is this the sort of contribution we can expect? If you were a scientist,
Yeah, kind
you'd
of.
know you...
No. It came to nothing.
So you're saying your study was meaningless?
It was
No.
revolutionary.
Never tell a scientist that his studies were meaningless. And granted, maybe she knows that, and that's why she said it. She wanted to push his buttons and make him talk.
I was trying to create magic.
Of course. Excuse?
Magic.
Arcane talents are something you're born with.
Victor's into it.
Think of the wonders we could create. Let me prove.
Enough! You don't understand.
That is really cool how showing the different reactions to it, that generally the council is, hi kitty. Generally the council is not into it, and they're like, that's crazy. But you can tell Victor's kind of into it, and you can kind of tell that Mel's into it. But at the end of the day, the person who supports him is the Heimerdinger is the one who's the least into it.
I've seen this power in the wrong hands. It corrupts, consumes, lays waste to civilizations.
Why is it gotta be all dark for the meeting? You can do your meeting in the light. That's a really cool framing of Silco.
I'm about to make your day.
And it is great how it was Jace that they stole from. Not just because of everything I said about, we get to learn about Jace before even meeting him, but also because, like, with something like that, very easily you could just pick a random person to steal from, right? All that matters is they're stealing, but having it be, like, someone significant so you can quickly wrap everybody in. Kitty tail. You can quickly introduce not just them, but also Jace and also the people on the council and stuff like that. Like, oh, it's so good. I really struggle with stuff like that. How to introduce everybody in a natural way in the plot and introduce their characters and everything like that. And so I think this show does a great job of that in so many levels. Oh, that's cool. Not cool for her, but okay, go back. She got frostbite on those 2 fingers, so she lost them, and now she has that, like, I assume, like, mechanical fingers. And that's so cool because, like, the show doesn't feel the need to, like, point things out in your face. It's content to just go, like, hey, we're gonna show a shot of her fingers before and them all frostbitten. We're gonna show a shot now, and if you catch it, you catch it. If you don't, alright. True.
I had to say something.
Magic saved your life.
Yes. But it won't save you now.
That's
You
fair.
need to let it go.
And again, related to what Caitlin says in episode 1 of season 2, Hex Tech might be what keeps us alive, but it's not what saves us. And so that's really interesting to think about in this context of magic saved you. He wants Hex Tech to save them.
My own family won't help me. I'll find someone who will.
She did help. What are you talking about? Chase. Genuinely. Like, she ain't lying.
Foolish boy.
I must admit, his theory intrigues.
If interest...
Could you stabilize it?
Me? Why would I? I'd only be there.
So,
Come tomorrow
is
morning.
Victor older than Jace? I want to know their ages, and I don't want to look it up because I don't want to get spoiled. Like, that's interesting that they're kind of talking like they're older and more experienced, and I kind of thought Victor and him were on the same level.
No. Magic is far too dangerous and wrong.
I do love that their symbol is a hammer, but also a T for Talus. I love the focus on his eye there.
Let the monster out.
You didn't take much convincing. It's a pretty umbrella. Even their umbrellas are pretty.
Misfit. And that we can't be friends anymore.
So why are you out here?
being your friend.
I'm a misfit too, I suppose.
That's better.
Welcome to the last drop.
I do really like the name of his pub, his bar. That it's like, this is the last place you go, this is the last drop of sustenance you have. That's kind of the mentality of everybody in the underground. Hi, cat. What you doing? Your inventions can be helpful.
Understand is how you can work with them. We were here.
That was a cool little expression that he like suddenly realized, but then was like, okay, she knows.
Bye.
And then I think he's gonna talk about it in a second, but they're so good at the settings in this show, because like as they're talking, you can see the graves of the people who died here.
But who are you willing to lose? Milo? Claire?
Oh, she's gonna.
Powder?
Technically, yes. Her too.
Nobody wins in war, Vi.
Yeah, so it's interesting how Vander's kind of the only one who understands, who not exactly got out of the system, but at least got out of the cycle of hate.
I think the cycle only ends when you find the will to walk away.
Hate. And he is going to pay the price for it. And he is going to die for having the right mentality. She's still angry. Still has the look she did when she was a kid. Oh my gosh. What a perfect mirror of what happens with Viktor in the finale of season 1, that he also is standing on the edge about to jump off, and Jace comes up and stops him. And I couldn't tell if Jace knew what he was doing or not. And I bet you that Viktor is about to walk into this scene right now. That's really cool. And he threw away this thing that has been like keeping him alive for so long.
Am I interrupting?
Yep. I wonder if
What's your
Jace...
problem? What's that? Another list with my name on it.
Am I interrupting?
Am I interrupting? The hell's your problem? Another list with my name on it?
Your book.
Actually, yes. But only because you signed the notes. Every page, I might add. A little egotistical,
Yeah.
don't you think? Poor cripple from the Undercity.
Undercity.
Outsider the moment
I can't believe that I forgot about all of this. I can't believe I forgot that there was like a whole thing between them and their backstory that showed how they became friends. What is wrong with me? I wonder, like, I had to... Well, first of all, I also think it's cool. That was a very small thing. I can't even remember if Jace was, like, rubbing it at the trial or something like that. But whatever it was, Viktor noticed. Viktor was observant enough to notice that this actually has meaning for Jace and to hold it out for him, which is really cool. I don't know for sure if Viktor was my favorite character, like, immediately, but I would venture to guess I was at least intrigued by him immediately. I don't like liking characters based on looks and attractiveness to me, but I would be lying if that wasn't a factor, as I'm sure you could tell from how I was talking before, that I was all excited about the mad scientist character, and Jace does not look like a mad scientist, and he kind of acts like one. Like, yes, he does have this vision for Hex Tech, and that is very mad science-y. He has this dream, this dream for science that nobody believes in. Super mad scientist-y. But also, I don't love his personality, especially going forward. He is a bit egotistical, and I don't love that. And hopefully I can explain it better as the things that made me not love him crop up. But I would venture to guess that immediately upon seeing Viktor, I would be like, nah, he looks like a mad scientist. And maybe I did have the wherewithal to go like, okay, he looks like a mad scientist, but I'm reserving judgment, and maybe I didn't fall in love with his character immediately, and I'm proud of my past self if that is the case. But he is a mad scientist, and much more of the kind of mad scientist that I'm into, because he does go through that journey of trying to cheat death, and has good goals, but uses these dark means and falls deeper into science and madness and stuff. So he is definitely the kind of character that I really like. But it's interesting that I didn't remember any of this, and so I would guess that probably means that I hadn't fallen in love with his character just yet, because I probably wouldn't remember it quite well if I had. And I remember the more mad science-y scenes very well.
I don't even know your name.
Has that not been said? You know,
It's Viktor.
I wonder if that is part of where I started to like him. If it wasn't earlier, or maybe I had a little bit of like for him before, and then this ramped it up a bit, is just because of Victor Frankenstein, and because I have a retelling of Victor Frankenstein. Victor is a very mad scientist-y name to me. So I do wonder if, just because if I didn't have the subtitles on, I wouldn't know his name. And so this might have been part of it. Okay, what's this episode called? Some mysteries are better left unsolved. Oh, okay, well, Heimerdinger did say that, and I don't think that's the song, so okay. Maybe it's not the song every time. Aw, and it's her cup that she's like colored on. It would be pretty gross after being up there so long. Episode ends. It's so hard to stop, but also I'm quite tired, and I don't think I'd do well if I tried to react to another one tonight. But I'm glad that I reacted to 2 tonight. That makes me feel accomplished. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Hello, world. So, future Kaylee's. Oh, hello, cat. Hello, cat. So, future Kaylee is here to bring you more content. As I say in episode 1, I watched the entire series. I rewatched season 1 and I watched season 2. I did all of that before I posted anything. And I mentioned in the finale that I was like, I wonder if I'm gonna have new thoughts on season 1 editing the videos, because I really had barely edited any of them at that point. Yeah. And if so, maybe I'll add them like to the end of the video or something. When I watched episode 1, I was like, no, that's ridiculous. I'm not gonna do that. No new thoughts. But in this video, as I was sitting down to edit it, I was crying as I was rewatching/editing a certain scene of it. And I feel like that's a reaction that you might be interested in. I don't know if I'm gonna cry again or if I got it all out, but I'll definitely have thoughts to voice out loud. But yeah, I thought I'd actually add some post-season 2 thoughts. So FYI,
Alert!
This is spoilers all around. Spoilers everywhere. I am assuredly going to be talking about the finale of season 2, because that's the entire reason that this scene got this new reaction from me. So if you've not watched season 2, go do that before you finish this video. Yeah, let's rewatch this scene.
I saw with my own eyes what magic can do. The lives it could save.
So this is neat because I'll talk about in season 1 how I didn't remember Jace talking about it, but I did remember Viktor continuing to be like, no, we need to save lives now. And I didn't remember that that's literally the premise in the first scene. Think of the lives it could save, because it saved his life in the past. That from the very beginning, it was always about saving lives.
You've no idea how beautiful it is.
But he will.
When you're going to change the world, don't ask for permission.
So that's a neat line, because in season 2, Viktor, I guess he does, like, at first ask for permission and only brings in people who want to be there. But as time goes by, he stops asking permission, or at least specifically in the finale, he stops asking permission. I even talk about that, and I'm like, oh, is he gonna ask Jace? He does not. I guess there is something to be said if he's not going to assimilate people against their will. That would have some level of humanity left in his thing. But then again, he literally said choice is false. And so, if he doesn't care about people's choices, why would he care about people choosing to assimilate? Oh my gosh, they're the Borg. They're the Arcane Borg. Yeah, so he doesn't care about people's free will. So, I'm not crying again, unfortunately. That would have been a neat reaction. But this really got me on a rewatch, because like this crystal, when I first watched it, you know, it just seemed like, oh yeah, like it's the symbol of the sorcerer who saved his life. Like from that moment onward, he was like, wow, magic is awesome, I gotta do magic. And so that gemstone was this symbol for magic, for, you know, saving lives the way that he was saved. It's the thing that was keeping him alive. And so him throwing it away is like, I'm throwing away magic, I'm throwing away my dream, I'm throwing away what's keeping me alive. But knowing that the sorcerer who gave him that gemstone is Viktor. Okay, I'm starting to... There's some mist, a little bit. Kitty, are you sure you want out? Do you really? But knowing that the sorcerer who gave him that gemstone in the first place is Viktor. That it's not just, oh yeah, cool sorcerer did cool magic and that kept me alive. It was Viktor creating their very dream from the beginning, and creating both the dream and the person who would stop him from turning that dream into a horror. Magic saved Jace's life, and so they want to save other people's lives. But it's not just magic that saved his life, it's Viktor. From the very beginning, Viktor, who wants to join him in saving lives, is the one who saved his life. And not only that, the fact that it's Viktor who gave him the gem, and Viktor is giving it to him a second time. This ends up, you know, the first time you watch it, this just reads as like, because I noted in my reaction that, oh, I didn't even, you know, the gemstone isn't that noticeable. Like, if I were in Viktor's position in the council room watching what was going on, I don't think I would have noticed the brace. And so I was like, oh wow, like, he's very perceptive that he noticed that, and then he saw it on the ground and was like, hey, this seems important to him, I'll give it back to him. At this point in the series, it just seems like, oh yeah, like, you know, this Viktor doesn't really know what it means, but it seems like it's important to Jace, and so he's gonna give it back to him and be like, hey, stay alive, your dream can stay alive, we can kindle your dream together. But knowing it was originally a gift from Viktor, that it was Viktor of the future giving it to him to instill the dream in him in the first place, and now he's doing that not for the first time, but for the second time. And no, he does.
I don't even know your name.
And no, he doesn't understand the full significance, but it's not just like, oh yeah, I don't really know what this means to you, but obviously it means something to you. He doesn't know how he's connected to it. He doesn't know that he's the one who saved Jace and his mom in the first place. The parallelism and beauty of that is so cool.
No, I was intrigued by what you said at the trial.
That makes you the only one.
And it might be a stretch, but even that, you're the only one, you know, is a mirror of the end. You're the only one who can talk me out of this. He's So Victor's the only one who's interested, who's gonna talk Jace into this. And in the end, Jace is the only one that's gonna talk Victor out of it.
I saw what.
And knowing that he's basically saying to the person who did it, who doesn't know that he's going to do it, you know, I saw what it could do, the lives it could save. Like, it's not just, oh, I have a dream, we're gonna save lives. They already have saved lives, and they don't know it. Victor did save his life, and they don't even know that it's each other. Beautiful. Beautiful. And I just thought the scene was cool because it mirrored the scene in the finale where Victor is about to step off the ledge. But there's so much more mirroring in there, and it's so beautiful. Oh yeah, so like the other thing is that that crystal at first just seems like a symbol for Jace. It's just a symbol for magic, and it's a magic / hex tech, and a symbol for Jace. But you learn by the end, it's a symbol of their relationship. It's them telling each other when to keep going and pursuing their dream and when they're going too far. You know, him throwing away the gem, you know, in a way would kind of be a symbol of him throwing away Victor too. But in this case, it's throwing away the future that they could have together, for good or for ill. And him giving it to him is starting their relationship. Before, it starts his relationship with magic and hextech, and now it's starting their relationship as people. My battery is running low. I thought I could do this without plugging it in, without going and getting the cord, but it's looking like not. Battery dying, need to go. I'll see you in the past. I would really appreciate it if you were willing to like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, maybe even hit that notification bell. My channel is very tiny right now, and I really appreciate any support that you are able and willing to give. Even that just seeing the video and seeing I got a like, that means a lot to me. And you can also check out my other channels. A Moth in the Archive is where I put my VODs and my writing group stuff. A Moth in the Arcade is where my gaming stuff is. And then A Moth in the Library is where my reading, books, classical literature stuff is. So feel free to check any and all of those out. So yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. If I had a nickel for every time I was attracted to a man who looked like he could keel over with the slightest breeze, tried to cheat death, and was named Victor, I would have 3 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's still weird it happened 3 times. Because the thing is, if it's like, they're kind of putting a spotlight on, hey, she likes girls. And so if that didn't become relevant at some point, it would kind of feel like Chekhov's gay. Because it would be like, we have learned that she is gay. This should come into play in the 3rd act. And I was right. I don't personally see that with Jace and Victor. Now, every relationship is different, every romance is different. Their relationship doesn't have to work the same way that Caitlin and Vi's relationship does. I just realized I don't know their ship name. Violin? Is that what it is? Violin? I think that's cute. That's gotta be it. Cause I was like, Kate Vi? No, not Kate Vi.